All right, well, my name is Abner Nito. I'm not really, they just told me about this last week and I'm so busy. So I want to just talk about what I do in my side jobs and a little bit about marketing. When I was young, I'm a Filipino. I was born with, when I was 6 months old, I got diagnosed with polio, and now it's just all sugar cubes. So I thought everybody walked funny out here, but but anyways, so I grew up pretty much. Don't know what I want to do. I did electronics. I went to college for electronics, and then I got a friend of mine is a DJ. Just asked me. So I volunteer for some our singles group to do some dances. So I started DJing, and I really truly enjoy it, and I took it to the next level. So he quit, and I pursued on. So I've been DJing for a while, and oh man, I'm sorry. No. And then I got into. I was working out one time, and I got in. A friend of mine asked me about to do some carpet. So I was like, man. So what I started is I started with the carpet cleaning company. I worked for him for a little bit, and then I see the earning potential. So I quit my electronics job and went on to be self-employed for carpet cleaning. And then I did. A friend of mine asked me, man, you know, you could do this. You could start installing carpet. You could do home repairs, and then and that's what I do now. And what I did with the carpet cleaning, tiling grout, and I got certified on all those. And restoration, I gave that to my son. He runs he changed his name to Suncoast Flooring. So he does all my carpet cleaning and all the tiling grout, and that's all he wants to do, and some carpet repairs. But I still do carpet repairs, whatever needs to be done on the house. This actually, we specialize in floorings. This is one of the best floorings you could get. This is vinyl planks. It looks like wood, but it's actually vinyl plastic, which is you could glue on or you could snap on. It's got a underlayment on the back side. And if you're ever gonna go with any kind of flooring, if you use the Pergo floors, they are nice, but once it gets wet, it buckles up. So man, you gotta redo the whole thing. With a tile, in Texas, you got foundation shifting, so you start getting cracks on the tile. So which is, you know, it's nice, but I don't recommend tile. I always like to put vinyl plank, so no matter what, if your floor cracks, they won't even see underneath. So when you, it holds up its value. And if you get a flood here, you just gotta wipe it out and clean it. It's pretty much maintenance free, okay? And then pretty much we do all kinds of house honey-do lists. So if you guys, we fix what your spouse messed up. So we do that. We do a lot of fencing and things like that. And on a side note, I also I'm also a DJ. I do a lot for Habitat of Humanity, and also big with the Harker Heights Chamber of Commerce. I don't really want to talk a lot about that. I also got into the photo booth business. So photo booth is really awesome. Man, it's fun for all ages. I just did a gig. Man, it's like it's longer line on a photo booth than people dancing. I was like, God, am I doing something wrong? So, which is really cool, which is I enjoyed. I got some props that people use. I don't like really using a printer. It's just too much hassle. So with me, I kind of do a package deal with a photo booth, and then it's like taking a photo from your phone, and once you take it, it stores on your phone. So it's the same thing with a photo booth. Once you take it, you put your number in, it texts to your phone, and it looks good. And James had experienced that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was really cool. With a photo booth, you could actually do I do 3 still shots photo, 3 poses, and then I'll do a GIF, whatever you call it, like on Facebook, if you go like this, you know how people just move like that, and then I do a boomerang, which goes like this, and then it goes back and forth. It takes a picture about 12 times, all at one time, and it's really cool. So, and I really been blessed with that. So I finally got my wife involved with something that I like to do. So, and then as far as I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about marketing, the way I market my business, because you know, I got a lot of side hustles. I also am a landlord, and I used to own a lot of properties, but I sold them all except for one, and then but I still manage properties for other people. They're good friends of mine. So, because you're not supposed to manage property unless you got a real estate broker. And but just for some friends, they just want me to do it. It's just the way I handle business. You know, they call me an a-hole if I'm talking to some tenant that's not paying. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I don't care if you're a friend or not. Man, business is business. You know, you separate that because I'm pretty strict as far as late fees and all that. So, but who's here is kind of struggling to get their business off or not getting enough leads and things like that. So, you know, on marketing, the thing about marketing is, let's say with me being a contractor, they got 10,000 contractors out there. You know, DJ, you know, you're not so much, which is really good. You know, you kind of space on your own. So with like me and Kyle, being a DJ, you go in there, what you're gonna put on as far as ad. Hi, I'm a DJ. I do birthday parties, weddings. I specialize in this. But actually, what you want to try to capture them is their emotion. That's what you sell. Emotion. You don't sell what you do. You sell your emotion. And the best thing to do is like, you gotta have a real quick phrase. Okay, it's like, I help. Who do you want to help? Like, as far as me, it's easier for me to do the DJ. Hey, how are you? So it's easier for me to do the DJ gig. So it's like me, I help brides or event planners, help them plan, coordinate, and MC their event for super stress-free planning. So then you introduce what, and what I do is I'm a DJ. So that's why you always introduce yourself. It's like, don't introduce yourself and say I'm a contractor, or, you know, I help, like with me as a contractor, I help homeowners fix what your husband broke or something, you know, something like that. So you got to emphasize what you are and what you do to help them solve that problem. So, and then once you put that on there, you advertise. Once you start advertising, what you want to do is you want to, since there's so many of us here and so many people doing the same type of work, we want to separate yourself. Don't be the same don't be the same thing, people putting the same ad all over. You want to separate yourself. So what you do is you want to come up with an offer. Offer like, with mine, it's like, with me I'm a DJ, okay? With me, like I offer planning, because a lot of people don't know where to start. When you start doing parties, they don't know what to start. So I put them in there. I do planning, you know, I'll MC, I'll give you free dance floor lights, wireless mics. So I don't nickel and dime people. You know, that's your main key. So you put more value to what they think they're paying, you know. And then on there, you could actually write the amount of value that they're getting. You could just make that up. You know, if you think it's worth, let's say, I will help you plan your event. It's like $150 value. It's like me, energetic MC, priceless. You know, coordinate your event with other vendors, priceless. I mean, you can't put a price on that. So, and then you just goes in on wireless mics. It's like $87 value. You just put it in there and add it up, man. So that's how you actually start getting a lot of calls. Because when I start doing that, man, I've been nonstop. I've been so busy with what I do, and I truly enjoy what I do. So within that, so, you know, kind of clean up after the party. That's what you call it. So, and the other thing is pretty much you try to separate yourself. Don't be the same people. Don't be the same what other people does, because you know, you kind of write down a little bit about your history, and then, you know, everybody's passionate on what they're doing. Some people are not. You could tell who's not and who are. So, and then what you're passionate about, and then you put what you offer. You offer them so much value that you're it, man. That's it. If you offer them so much value that, why call somebody else? Why shop around? You know, if I could do this all for you. You know, so that way you don't have no competition. You separate yourself from the competition out there. And that's what you guys want to do, is separate yourself. So that way, what you're always thinking about is, when you put an ad out there, they want, you get a good hook. And then that they look at it, and then this is what you offer. Once they see that, man, I could get all this, and other DJs charge extra for this. I could get this to this guy. Man, why not? And then you show them your reference. I put all my gigs on my Facebook page, and videos. I put a lot of videos, and from there they could see. Don't put any line dance. Everybody's going line dance. You know, everybody you see on the video, all line dance. People are gonna be line dancing in there. But you gotta put different type of music that you actually were people dancing to. So I use about 6 to 8 seconds of music, because if not, they're gonna flag you from Facebook. You know, copyright thing. So if you just use about a 6, 7, 8 seconds of video with a song, they would let it go. But if you start using about more than that, I find out, and they flag you, and then they give you they send you a message. It's like, hey, you got the copyright thing, whatever. So your video is gonna be muted. So, and that's what I learned just through advertising and funneling. So if you separate yourself from what you do, because there's so many people doing the same thing. You know, they're dime a dozen. And so the best way is to give them an offer. And with James, man, I mean, you could give them an offer they can't refuse, and give them a fair price. It's all reasonable. You don't have to be the cheapest. You don't have to be the most expensive. But if you think what you're worth, is do it. And now also on most of the nonprofit, I used to do it for free. I used to do it, and I was thinking, man, why would I do that if they're making the money? You know, so I'm an entertainer, and they're making the money. I mean, you give them a heck of a deal they can't refuse, and they'll still pay it. Like I just did one for Aware of Central Texas Saturday at Bell County Expo, and they're a nonprofit. They called me up. It's like, hey, can you volunteer your time to do this? I was like, what? So they're trying to raise money, and you know, they got a lot of money. They got a lot of sponsors already, so they just want to boost up their money. So what I do is like, ma'am, I'd love to do it, but I would give you a heck of a deal. So I can't do it for free anymore. So you just give them a good deal, and that way they appreciate, and you know, do. And I kind of went in there kind of blindsided, because I don't know what's going on. So what happened was, they got performers that's gonna perform in there to do dancing. They do the Harker Heights choral group. They got people all over doing. One guy was singing. He's a professional singer. So it's like, I didn't know what to expect, but you got to be ready for what they throw you. You know. So, and this guy, this performer got a CD. I was like, man, I haven't seen a CD in a long time. And my laptop don't even have CD. Nobody makes that stuff anymore. So, but I'm glad I was able to help him out. But I got a lot of the songs that he had, about 8 out of 10. So, and that was really cool. And you know, I do actually, a good friend of mine was Ricardo. When I was doing carpet cleaning, kind of going back and forth. He was actually, I did a lot for Ricardo as far as him in his office. So I kind of knew Ricardo for the longest time, where he started out in his garage doing his response, first response. So I did the air duct cleaning for him, carpet cleaning, replaced carpets. And then he got an office, I cleaned that. So it's a lot of things involved. And now he did some for his Airbnb. I did a couple of things. So, but that's all I got as far as that's concerned. If you guys got any questions, I'm kind of all over. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared. I just got this, last week? It's like, hey, and I'm trying to get prepared, but I got so much things going on. I didn't have time, so I kind of ad-lib it, and hopefully, you got a little bit of goods out of it. So, sure.
So I know that you're a true entrepreneur.
Uh-huh.
You see
Right.
opportunity, you go after it. The specific one I'm talking about is you're a DJ, and I know that's your thing. You added a photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
You're a DJ that also comes along with a photo booth. You found that being open to enhancing what you offer has made a big difference?
Yeah. See, with a photo booth, it's so easy because all you got to do is I use a iPad, and then what you see is just a case. The actual thing there is the iPad, which is the one's taking the photos. So, and once you get that program, I used to pay per event, which is $25 per event. And now they got a monthly thing for $70, and it's all unlimited. So now I could offer the photo booth for almost nothing, while people are charging you what, 100. But the first hour is about $200. I was charging 150 for the first hour, and then $100 thereafter. But I figured, man, it's just sitting there. It's gonna make you money. Why not offer it as a value-added service? So, hey, I got my price up enough to cover the cost, and hey, I'm gonna give you this great value. If you hire me, I'll also throw in a photo booth, and that's how I get a lot of my business. It's just you add so much value, so they think that they're having a hell of a deal, and they are. But with me, I'm happy with what I make, and it's worthwhile, and I just enjoy doing it. I'm doing a karaoke gig in Tilted Kilt Wednesday. I'd like to see you guys go there and start singing. So, and I do a lot for on post. I do the USO, Fort Hood Family Housing, just a couple other things, the chamber, and that's what you want to be, is brand yourself to where you're a household name. If somebody asks you, hey, know a DJ, hey, call this guy. I know this guy. So you just you just want to be a household name. I do a lot for the Habitat of Humanity with Kristen. I've been with them for a long time. So it's just building up your brand and your name, and that's all you want. And people you meet, hey, here's what I do. You make sure you got a good business card that stands out. Make sure your numbers are big, because I see some of this, especially realtors, man, their numbers are so small. They got this thing. Make sure your business cards stand out as well. Even though, and you could use a Hi Hello app, which is really cool. And I just send that if I don't have my business card. I said, hey, this is what I do, and hit me up, and go from there. And the best thing is your reference. So yes.
What I wanted to add on with Abner, a good friend of mine, we both DJs, we share, no competition, we share. I said, this is it. What I found unique about Abner is he's a multi-operation. Not only DJ, he does home maintenance, he's doing a lot of things, and that's some of the things that you may want to look into. But I'm telling you right now, make sure you get your primary business on the right first. Because their primary business is what's going to sustain. The other operations are the ones that's going to probably add to or probably start subtracting. And I did that at one time, and I found out I had to get rid of the other business because it was brand. But like I said, we wanted Abner to come in and talk to you all the time because it's a multi-operation.
And also what I do is, man, it's like I got so many gigs, and like I was gonna give one to him, sorry, it canceled. But it's not all about, if you meet somebody doing the same thing as you do, man, friend with them. It's not about competition, it's about you helping each other. If you're overbooked, man, why not give it to somebody else, and you do the same thing. And that's what I've been doing, try to help other DJs out here. I got 2 other DJs that work for me, and so I keep them all busy pretty much most of the time. So I do like this, the 10th is like the most prime holiday. I'm doing 8 gigs. so I'm doing 3 myself. So it just kind of on the time slot, which is really good. It worked out really cool. So, but also this weekend, I'll be at the Harker Heights Community Park for the mug run for the Harker Heights Chamber, and they got this mug. You go run a quarter mile, then you go back, you drink a beer, and then you go back again a quarter mile, you drink a beer. So it's really cool, up to a mile. So that's what they did that last. They didn't do it last month. Last month was just a mug run, where you go run. After the run, you just go take some beer. They got brewing company, it's free beer, and they got some bratwurst that they were giving away. So, but this year they did it different. So every quarter mile you run, drink beer, and then go run again. So it's going to be something different. I think they got chili cook-off too going on. So I do a lot for the city, and then so please make sure that if you meet somebody with the same business as you are, you friend them, you just help each other out. There's no competition out here. There's plenty of money to make, and you know, just be friends with them. That's it. That's all I could tell. No competition whatsoever. So once again, I'm your jamming DJ, Abner the Party Mixer, and AJ Carpet and Home Improvement. Thank you.
At Mountain View Productions, we want to give you and your business peak visibility.